Hello and welcome to Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer, your host for the program today. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. We're very happy to have Jacques Rodrigue. Jacques is the Executive Director for the George Rodrigue Foundation of the Arts. He's going to be talking about their upcoming art festival that Cox is so glad to be a part of. David Bottner. David is a great friend of ours. He's the Executive Director of the New Orleans Mission, and they need your help, and he's going to be talking about that. And what better time than during the holiday season to give back to those who really need help. Lesley Forenski. Lesley is with the King Cake Festival. She's going to be talking about the festival and how they benefit some organizations in the area. And then finally, William Stout. William is an incredible young man. He's the Executive Director for the Youth Rebuilding New Orleans and just got a wonderful story about what he and some friends of his are doing to help rebuild New Orleans. A wonderful show. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana again. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. We really have a great show lined up for you today. Could not be a better first guest than our first guest of Jacques Rodrigue. Jacques is the Executive Director for the George Rodrigue Foundation of the Arts. Jacques, thank you so much for taking time to be here today. Pleasure to have you on the show. It's your first time to be on the show. You've got just a wonderful foundation that you're a part of, and you know, we're just so proud to have you here in the New Orleans market. Cox is very proud to be a part of the art program that's going to be coming. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But to get us started, talk about the mission of the organization, kind of what you do, some successes that you've had.
Sure. Thanks so much. We're so happy that Cox is a partner. You know, we started the Rodrigue Foundation because for years, students and teachers all across the country had been sending us pictures of blue dogs that they were painting in their classrooms.
Go figure.
And so we wanted to start a foundation to be very proactive, to keep arts and education in a meaningful way. At the beginning, we had no idea what that meant. But the more we got into it, the more we researched it, the more we looked for models to replicate across the country. Yeah. We saw how essential the arts really are in the development of our youth. Yeah. And what the research shows about how students score higher, they're engaged and they want to come to school more, and their discipline problems go down when they have more arts in their classrooms. And so we started the foundation, and Dad did, with a few programs to keep the arts in schools. And so we're excited that we can continue those programs for years to come.
Well, and you've got some great core programs that are a part of the foundation. If you can just talk real briefly about
Sure. We have George's Art Closet, where we give art supplies to schools across the state. And our biggest, most ambitious program is Louisiana A+ Schools, where we train entire school faculties how to be arts integrated. Use the arts to teach all traditional subjects.
That's great.
And then what we're here to talk about today is our art contest.
And you know, Jacques, I'm so excited about that because for years, Cox, we were the sponsor for an art contest, and we had the pleasure of meeting with Wayne Fernandez, and Wayne gave us a tour of the facility, and I was absolutely blown away. And we just told Wayne, yes, we want to be a part of this. So I'm excited about it. Talk about the art contest.
It's great. We're in our 6th year. In the last 5 years, we've given out close to $200,000 in college scholarships. Any Louisiana high school junior or senior has been eligible to enter, and we've had over 2,000 entries in our 5 years so far.
Wow, that is incredible.
And this year is really special because our theme is Louisiana's music in partnership with the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival.
Oh, what a great tie-in.
It's so wonderful, and so we're asking all juniors and seniors from across the state to send us entries about Louisiana's music theme. And the overall winner will actually create a poster that's going to be sold at Jazz Fest events. Most people may not realize, but Jazz Fest puts on 5 festivals during the year.
Wasn't aware of that.
And so the 4 other free festivals will have this poster for sale. So this one lucky student's going to be published, have this poster all over the place.
What a great way to start your career. We're going to put the website on the screen.
Right.
All information about the art contest, how to enter. I guess there's probably some requirements that you've got to meet and things like that. You did say junior and senior, right?
Junior and seniors in high school. It's Rodrigue.
Is there a deadline to enter?
Deadline is February 12th. And they just go to our website, rodriguefoundation.org, and it's...
And the art contest is going to take place, the awards program?
It's in April. So we'll invite the 15 top winners. So first place is $6,000. So it's a really big first prize.
Wow. You think I can enter?
You're too old.
And I can't draw anyway. Jacques, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Congratulations to all all the work the foundation is doing. I think that's just phenomenal. I'm so happy that Cox is partnering with you and the organization. Please come back on the show from time to time, talk about the successes that you're having and some of the other programs that you're involved in. Congratulations on all of that.
Thanks, Steve.
We've got a few more guests. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the show. We've really got a great show lined up today, and you know, I could not be more happy to have our next guest. David Bottner has become a very good friend of ours here at Across Louisiana. David is the executive director for the New Orleans mission, and David, I mean, hats off to you and what your team does, because your heart's in it, and you just do such a great job. And it's, you know, as we were talking earlier, it is so cold right now. And my first question to you was, I mean, I'm sure you need coats and things like that. And your answer was, we have a campaign going right now.
Right.
Talk about that. And I say this because I'm also reaching out to people because it's the holiday season and people around us need help.
Yeah. Well, Steve, first, thanks for having me. But yeah, the other day was our first real cold night. We slept over 300 people that night, which is about 60 more than what we've been seeing normally. And the first thing I saw was 6 o'clock in the morning. I was at the front desk, and I saw guys leaving in paper-thin jackets. And I'm like, guys, you got to get in the clothing room and get some jackets. And then it hit me, wait, we haven't even been campaigning for this yet, because the weather got to us so early.
Yeah.
So the need is great for big, thick coats, sweaters, caps, gloves, the things that we'll go to the store today to buy in preparation that they just can't.
Yeah. And so, I mean, winter clothing you need now. I mean, the push is on. You need now more than ever. And I mean, you know, it's the time of year here where it is going to get warmer, but it's going to start getting colder now, more and more and more. And it's the holiday season. And I always say, reach out to those who really need help, and that's what you're about. How many can the mission hold comfortably?
We comfortably are at 250 a night.
And you're sleeping over 300 right now.
Yeah,
Wow.
when it gets really cold, Steve, we will have as many as 400 people. Wow. So the need is great for all types of clothing during that time of year, because it's wet, it's cold, constantly need a change. Yeah. We'd also just encourage people, as we discuss, if you have multiple bags, 5, 6, we'll come pick it up.
Okay.
But if not, bring it down to the mission, and it's a great opportunity. Distribute it yourself.
Yeah.
Meet some people. Yeah. Shake some hands.
What's the address of the mission?
1130 Aretha Castle Haley Boulevard.
Okay, and your website is neworleansmission.org. All the information about the mission can be found on the website, where you're located, phone numbers, hours of if I've got something I want to bring down, I can do it between the hours of
8 in the morning, 8 at night.
Okay, somebody's always there.
Yes.
Homelessness and the holidays, I mean, two words that cannot be more apart, but yet more together. Talk about that.
You know, it's a time where there's just a bunch of shame attached to being homeless, because there's a lot of rejection from a lot of the family members. And in some cases, look, it's been created by the person, but there's still a ton of pain attached to it. And our job is to help them to feel like they're part of a family and they're given hope and love. Because the only way to reconnect with that family is if they can begin to see themselves as having a sense of purpose, and they can begin to go back to those family members and say, you know what, I blew it. Yeah. I'm sorry, I let you down, but the new me is here. And that's part of what we try to do during the holiday season with really connecting not only us to the mission men and women, but also the community to the mission.
That's such a great point. And David, men and women. I mean, it's not just about you. You're saying the men come in. It's men and women. For
men, women, and children.
And children. Okay.
Women with small children during the holidays. For Christmas, we'll probably serve close to 1,000 meals and give away about 600 presents. Okay. So if anybody wanted to connect with that holiday season, a lot of work's being done. What a great time.
And they're giving me the wrap-up signal, but I'm not going to wrap up yet. I just want to point out again, neworleansmission.org. For the holidays, open your heart, open your closets, clothes, food, volunteer, whatever you can do. David, again, you guys, we're so proud of the work that you do. We can't thank you enough. Please continue to come on the show, talk about things that are going on with the mission, things that you need, how we can help. Again, there's no better way for a holiday season than to reach out and support those that need our help. So happy holidays to you.
Bless you. Thank you.
Please, if you're watching, reach out to David and his team. They do an incredible job down there. We've got a couple more guests. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. It's early, but it's always time for king cakes, and we're very happy to have Lesley Forenski with the King Cake Festival with us today. Lesley, thank you so much. And we were talking, and I made the comment, I said, you were on this show about the same time last year, and you said yes, and it doesn't seem like it's been a year since we had you on the show. But the king cakes, this is the first king cake I've seen since the beginning of the year, and it just makes me long for king cake season again. And now you guys, you actually celebrate with the King Cake Festival, and I believe this is your third year.
Second year.
Second year that you're going to be doing that. So talk about the festival and some of the other charities that you've worked with and things like that.
This is our second year. We did it last year. It was a great success, so we're doing it again, hopefully with a bigger success. We basically have chosen January the 3rd this year, and we'll be at our bakery in Harahan. We bake $25,000 worth of king cakes, and we invite 3 charities. Our charities this year are Animal Rescue New Orleans, Parkinson's Awareness, and Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer.
Oh, wow.
So all 3 charities will be present. They will each have a fun booth. They'll have things going on. They'll have awareness. They'll have raffles. They'll have giveaways. You go inside, you buy your king cake, and you take your receipt, and you give it to whatever charity you want to support.
That's incredible.
We hope that everybody will buy 3 and give 1 to each charity. But whoever you want to support, please know that by the first day of king cake season, come out, get your king cake for you, your friends, your work, and know that 100% of that will go to whatever charity you choose.
That's incredible. How much money did you raise last year, do you know?
We were a little short of the mark last year. It was a very, very chilly day, and we were close to, I believe, $21,000 last year.
That's great.
Last year we had the Fallen Firefighters Foundation, Team Gleason, and Animal Rescue New Orleans again, because I help with this event, and they're my personal favorite. So,
so you get to choose.
I do. The animals came first last year. Firefighters came second, and Team Gleason came third. And the firemen were up to all kinds of tricks to make sure that they won last year, but they still came in second place.
So, Lesley, your website, and we'll put that on the screen, is mycottagecatering.com.
Yes.
Information about the King Cake Festival can be found on the website.
Yes.
How do you pick the 3 charities? I mean, you got 3 different ones this year.
We have.
Can charities contact you?
They can contact us for future events, which we'd love to hear from anybody. We also pick it based on our customers. We have some wonderful customers and friends and families that we know and have come close to that have some of these things, breast cancer, Parkinson's. Last year, the Fallen Firefighters, that are personal to everybody within our company, and good customers. The Susan G. Komen rep that will be running the booth this year is, she's actually the Survivor of the Year. She's been a great client of ours for 6 years and had become a personal friend, so that was a huge decision. She was the reason we made that decision to choose them.
Now, do the king cakes, when you, in the gist of the program, I understand, do the king cakes sell for a certain price, or do you just buy and donate money for whatever you want to do accordingly?
All of the king cakes, we sell the plain traditional that day, and they're $16.95. And then that ticket that you get with every king cake purchase goes to them. So it's pretty much like handing the charities $16.95.
Okay.
People were also giving donations last year.
So you can do more if you want.
You can absolutely do more. Or you can just come inside and buy more king cakes, knowing that 100% of your money goes right back to those charities.
Listen, I think congratulations on just, first of all, for taking the initiative to do something like this. It's your 2nd annual. I hope it's a success. Please come back, tell us, how it went. If you've got other events that are coming up through the year, let us know about that. I think it's just awesome that you want to give back to the community and do this.
We hope to do it again, and we hope to raise the stakes every year and hope to get up to maybe a $50,000
Well, and it's
festival.
also a great way for companies to get involved with challenging departments and things like that. They're telling me I got to wrap it up, but I'm going to eat some of this king cake, so we're going to wrap it up quick. Stay with us. We have one more guest. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Just a great show today, and could not be better than having our final guest, William Stout. William is the Executive Director for Youth Rebuilding of New Orleans. What an incredible organization. Thank you so much for taking time to be on the show.
Thank you for having us. We're really glad to be
here. The holiday
here.
season, talk about your organization and what you guys do and some successes that you've got and how people can get involved.
Sure, absolutely. So Youth Rebuilding New Orleans started as a way of getting young people involved in the rebirth and recovery of New Orleans, and it was a grassroots effort. It was young people that weren't 18 at the time, and a lot of nonprofit organizations that were around, unfortunately, had some restrictions and weren't letting some kids participate, and that's where we got our start, and that's where we were really able to make an impact on the community. And from there, we said we want to do more, we want to do more. Eventually formed a nonprofit organization, and now we buy houses, we fix them up with those same young people. We employ a lot of those as well.
Yeah,
and
that's
then we
great.
sell those blighted and foreclosed, formerly blighted and foreclosed properties to teachers.
Wow. I mean, and are you in Orleans Parish or all 4 parishes or?
It's a great question. We work all over the place. We are primarily focused in Orleans, but we've worked in Jefferson. We were down in Plaquemines, out in Laplace. Wherever we're needed, we work.
Now, question here comes to mind. If I've got property for sale, do you actually buy and then fix up, so to speak?
We buy from the city. We buy from individuals that are just trying to sell some blighted property that they inherited from a relative. We've had people even donate it. It's a tax write-off.
Wow,
we are a
that's
nonprofit organization, and so they can write that completely off.
Wow. William, your website, and we'll put this on the screen, is ymc.com.
It's yrno.com.
yrno.com.
Yes.
My eyes are killing me right now all of a sudden. yrno.com. If I go to the website, I can find information about the organization. If I wanted to call and say, you know, I've got property or this, that, and the other. What about volunteers? You looking for volunteers?
Always looking for volunteers. We have about 2,000 volunteers a year that work with us. But any Saturday, somebody wants to come out with their kids and volunteer. Any school teacher out there that wants to bring their kids and expose them to some really awesome opportunities. Everything's on our website. Whether you want to donate, whether you want to get involved, or if you're a teacher looking for a house, we're always looking for good, great teachers that are making an impact in our educational system.
Well, that was going to be my next question is if I was a teacher and I was looking for a house, I could go to the website and get information.
We have an application on the website, and we sell our houses at an 80% of the market value. So we give 20% in equity day one to that teacher, as long as they continue to teach. And we want them to live in the property, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, that's phenomenal you guys do this. Now, I've just got to ask, were you at one time someone who tried to volunteer for an organization and you were told?
You got me. So I was 17 when Katrina
Good for
happened,
you.
And I wanted to give back, and that's how I
Good for
got
you.
started.
How many guys do you have in the organization now?
We have about 15 employees. We have jobs, through Job 1, we have trainees coming throughout the year. And we have plenty of volunteers on any given day.
That's incredible. I mean, congratulations on taking the initiative to do something like this. That's just, we get asked all the time about, do you know organizations I can work with? I'm looking to volunteer. New Orleans, even, you know, post-Katrina, everybody was looking to volunteer. Even now, this is such a great city that people want to give. So I'm so happy to have an organization like this that we can refer people to.
Please
And
send them
I
our
love
way.
the idea
Yeah.
about the teachers as well. That's pretty cool.
It's a great way of having local or out-of-town youth giving back to teachers.
Yeah.
And they're doing the same thing. They're giving back to those kids.
Well, you're a great success story. Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
Please come back on the show from time to time.
We would love to
things
be.
that you have coming up. We'd love to have you come on and talk about that, ways that people can get involved with your organization. They're about to throw the clock at me here because we are running out of time. William, thank you so much.
pleasure to be
Incredible
here.
success story right here. William Stout, Executive Director for Youth Rebuilding of New Orleans. Steve Sawyer with Across Louisiana. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Happy holidays to you and yours, and we'll see you next time.